Shailene Woodley, the versatile actress known for her captivating performances in films like Divergent and The Fault in Our Stars, has always been more than just a Hollywood star. She's a vocal advocate for mental health, environmental causes, and now, the profound therapeutic benefits of pet adoption. In a heartfelt revelation, Woodley opens up about how her feline companions have been instrumental in navigating the turbulent waters of teenage anxiety, transforming what could have been overwhelming isolation into a foundation of unconditional love and emotional stability. It all began in the late 2000s, a period in Woodley's life marked by the whirlwind of adolescence compounded by the demands of an emerging acting career. At a time when most teenagers grapple with identity, peer pressure, and academic stresses, Woodley was juggling school auditions and the grueling schedule of working full-time on a television series. The weight of these responsibilities often left her feeling adrift, her mind a constant storm of worries about performance, acceptance, and the future. It was during this challenging phase that she discovered the sanctuary of animal companionship, specifically through the act of rescuing her first shelter cat. Rescuing that initial cat wasn't just an impulsive decision. It was a pivotal moment of connection that reshaped her understanding of responsibility and empathy. Woodley describes the experience as awakening a deep sense of purpose. It gave me a sense of knowing that this animal was literally dependent on me, she reflects, her voice carrying the warmth of gratitude even years later. In a world where she often felt the pressures of independence thrust upon her prematurely, caring for this vulnerable creature provided a grounding force. It shifted her focus outward, reminding her that her actions could nurture life and foster trust, qualities she was still learning to extend to herself. The daily ritual of returning home to her cat became a ritual of solace. Imagine a young Woodley, backpack slung over one shoulder, stepping off a long day of classes or set calls, her thoughts tangled in knots of self-doubt. The anticipation of that soft, purring presence waiting at the door melted away the edges of her anxiety. I'd come home from school or needing to study for a hard test, or I was also working full-time on a TV show at that point in my life, she shares. Knowing that I'd get to come home and lay with her took away any teenage angst or anxiety I might have had. Those quiet evenings, curled up on the couch with her cat's head resting on her lap, offered a respite from the chaos. The simple act of stroking fur, listening to contented purrs, and sharing silent companionship acted as a natural balm, easing the tightness in her chest and quieting the relentless inner dialogue of worry. This wasn't mere distraction, it was a profound emotional exchange. Cats, with their intuitive nature, have an uncanny ability to sense human distress. Woodley's feline friend seemed to mirror her moods, offering gentle nudges or affectionate headbutts precisely when she needed them most. In those moments, the actress learned the power of nonverbal communication, a lesson that would later inform her nuanced portrayals on screen. The dependency wasn't one-sided. While the cat relied on her for food, shelter, and play, Woodley found herself relying on it for emotional sustenance. This mutual bond fostered resilience, teaching her that vulnerability could coexist with strength, and that seeking comfort didn't diminish her capabilities. Fast forward to the present, and Woodley's life as a cat mom has evolved into a joyful duo of sibling pets, a first for her. This milestone marks a new chapter in her relationship with animal companionship, one enriched by the dynamics of multiple personalities under one roof. This is the first time that I've ever had sibling pets, she enthuses, highlighting how this arrangement has amplified the therapeutic benefits. No longer is there the pang of guilt over leaving a solitary animal behind during long workdays on film sets or promotional tours. Instead, there's reassurance in knowing her cats have each other as playmates and confidants. Having two cats has proven to be a game changer, as Woodley puts it, not just for their well-being but for her own peace of mind. When I'm at work, I'm not worrying if one of them is at home alone and lonely and just waiting for me to walk in, she explains. The image of her cats chasing laser pointers or grooming each other in her absence brings a smile to her face, alleviating the subtle undercurrent of separation anxiety that can plague pet owners. This setup mirrors the sibling relationships Woodley has observed in human families, full of playful tussles, shared naps, and unwavering loyalty. It reinforces her belief in the importance of community, even on a domestic scale, echoing her broader advocacy for supportive networks in mental health. The ripple effects of this companionship extend far beyond logistics. Woodley delves into the emotional layers, describing how the affection between her cats spills over into their interactions with her. Knowing they have each other to entertain and comfort one another is great, she says. The affection that they share extends into the affection that they share with me, and the affection I share with them. And with them, I feel like anything is possible. This triad of love creates a virtuous cycle. The cat's bond inspires her generosity of spirit, and her returned affection bolsters their confidence, creating a harmonious household where emotional security thrives. In this environment, loneliness, a common thread in teenage anxiety, has no foothold. Woodley candidly admits, "I don't feel lonely anymore." The presence of her cats fills the quiet spaces of her home with life, turning solitary evenings into shared adventures. Whether it's a midnight Zoom session that pulls her into laughter or a lazy afternoon sunbathing together, these moments affirm her sense of belonging. "I feel completely taken care of," she adds, "and there's nothing to complain about at all in my personal life, because I have this unconditional love and affection from them." This unconditional love is the cornerstone of why pets, particularly cats, hold such transformative power. Unlike human relationships, which can be layered with expectations and miscommunications, the bond with a cat is pure and instinctive. They demand little yet give abundantly, through a soft touch, a knowing glance, or the simple act of being present. For Woodley, who has navigated the highs and lows of fame, this reliability is invaluable. It harks back to her teenage years, when such steadfast support was a rarity amid the unpredictability of growing up in the spotlight.